Okay, we are going to give this another try. We tried this yesterday without a whole lot of success. It'd be the first stream in a long time, and I was getting the cockpit reconfigured for streaming and being online, and this sim ended up crashing. And I was trying to determine why the sim had crashed, and what I was able to determine is that when I click on this little monitor on the 2D panel, it crashes. So we're going to try not to do that today. I'm going to see how that sounds. Hold on one second. I'm going to do a quick audio check. I'm way overmodulated. I wonder if the automatic gain control is back on. Let's see if we can fix that. When Windows updates, it likes to change stuff. So 1 second. We'll try to get that fixed. Sometimes when it does that, it's turned automatic gain control on. Yep. Okay, let's see how this sounds. Much better. Okay. Sound check. Sounds pretty good. Okay. Okay. So let me know. Let me know how. I'm going to change one more thing. There we go. That should be better. So, unfortunately, Windows our good friends at Windows, our good friends at Microsoft decided to update my version of Windows. And the downside of that is Hey James. Hey James. I'm trying to see how well you guys hear air traffic control. So if you could give me a read on that, that would be great. They're coming through pretty loud in my headset. Can't hear ATC that well. Okay, let me see if I can fix that. They're loud and clear for me, so let's see what I can do about that. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, last night before the crash was fun. Let's hope that we get ATC here for a second. You guys can tell me how it sounds. Let's try this, see how the ATIS sounds.
19er, 2.8. Altimeter 29er, 9er.
Probably too loud.
Arriving and departing runways 20 left, 20 right. Visual approaches in use.
Okay.
VFR departures, contact clearance.
I can see you guys are getting that. We'll see how ATC comes through. Good. Okay, we're going to try the same.
7 Victor Bravo, leaving Bravo airspace, cancel out to restriction, reserve on navigation. Contact SoCal approach 128.1.
You guys got that right? And you can hear the prop? I think you can hear the prop.
757 Victor Bravo.
Okay, if you can't hear the engine, I can try one more setting here to maybe make that a little better. Hold on one second. And I'm sorry to put everybody through all this, but okay, that should be pretty good. Because Windows reset all my audio settings. No engine. Okay, you guys should have engine now.
That's 757 Victor Bravo, SoCal approach, downwind altimeter 3, correction 29er.
Nope.
Scout 0, Romeo, contact SoCal approach 135.4.
Yep, and I can adjust the volume of the radio here. Okay, so a couple of things. We're going to try to get the yoke working today. We're going to try to fly the flight we flew yesterday before the crash. We have...
Gold Strike 55, contact North Las Vegas Tower 125.7.
Good. We're going to try to see how far we can go without the sim exploding into a million pieces. We're going to fly an IFR flight. This is a tech route. Tech routes are sort of predetermined.
Vegas Tower, Gold Strike 55.
In fact, I'm going to turn this volume down for a minute. Tech routes are sort of predetermined routes through the Los Angeles airspace and other busy airspaces. So if you file between, say, John Wayne and Santa Barbara, which is what I've done here, it tells you the route that you are almost certainly to get based on your aircraft type and speed. And in our case, that's going to be going to Santa Barbara on a route that I'll tell you about here in a second at about 6,000 feet. My stream quality is still looking good. My Wi-Fi quality here on the iPad is not great, so I'm not seeing the chat at the moment.
911 Lima Alpha on the general aviation ramp, departing to the north, VFR, radio check as well, first time user.
Oh, first time user. Welcome to Pilot Edge.
911 Lima Alpha, Victorville ground, you're loud and clear. Runway 21, taxi via Charlie Alpha.
Let's see if I can get this to pick up again.
Runway 21, taxi
The boy is
Charlie to Alpha.
streaming with his buddies right now, or playing with his buddies right now online, so I'm not surprised that I'm not picking up a good signal. Okay, it looks like we're back. Okay. Rocksnoop, thanks very much. Glad to see you. A10, thanks for tuning in. We are going to... this is... we're actually in a SR-20 right now. And I've got this configured to show different views as well. So our front view, I've been able to place the GPS screen on here, as you can see. So you should be able to see as I work through the flight plan. We've got a left view out the left window here. We've got a right view out the right window here. And we've got a view out the front window. So that's what we're going to try with the setup today. I'm going to make it work as well as I can. I'm pausing the video, so I won't be seeing the video live just to save bandwidth, but I am seeing the chat live. So we're going to talk to clearance delivery here. We'll get the weather one more time.
Advise Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Kilo.
Unfortunately, it's
John Wayne Airport, 8 TIS information Kilo. 1753 Zulu. Wind variable at 3. Visibility 10. Sky condition, clear. Temperature 22. Dew point 8. Altimeter 3000. Arriving and departing runways 20 left, 20 right. Visual images in use. VFR departures, contact, clearance, delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude,
Okay.
and if flight following is required.
Go over to clearance delivery, tell them that we're ready IFR to Santa Barbara. Get the volume back up so we can hear them. Also, this Avidyne display here is running on Air Manager. There's a default Avidyne on Air Manager that you can download. I have updated it quite extensively. It now shows the power bar similar to the Cirrus, the nav source switches when you switch between VOR and GPS. I don't have the bearing implemented yet, but I will. It now has the airspeed and the data engine data blocks.
Clear on to right at Juliet to the Steelman hangar.
It has the data blocks down here that are correct. I've added some other things, and then also what's called the scoreboard across the top shows you your autopilot status is also across the top of the display. I've got a few more tweaks to make, and then I will upload it to the Air Manager website
Taxi parking,
so other people can use it. But in the short term, I had a problem where the HSI wasn't displaying correctly. It wasn't showing the correct headings and bearings, and I fixed that this morning. I was pulling a wrong variable. So it's working now. If I switch to VLOC, it now shows the correct heading, and it does exactly what it's supposed to do. Because it's hard to use the HSI display when it's inaccurate. Okay, let's pick up our clearance. XP Realistic. I've used it. I'm not using it now. I am, however, for the first time using the new, what is it called? It's called the Fly AGI Tweak plugin, which I'm using, and so far it seems to be working pretty well. I'm using it to manage my level of detail and some other things atmospherically. Everything else in here is default clouds, default weather, and the rest. Well, we're running active weather XP, which I've liked quite a bit. Okay, so we've got clearance. Let's get ready to get our craft. I presume he's going to give us the same filing he gave us last time, but let's be ready just in case. 118.0 is clearance.
LA clearance, American 674, IFR Fresno.
Okay, we'll give him a second. Is he working more than one station? I would think. What was the weather again? Does anybody? What did I think I had Zulu, but I scratch it out. Let's pick it up just to be sure.
0 right. Visual approaches in use. VFR departures, contact, clearance, delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Kilo.
Okay, Kilo. I just had a question
John
in the
Wayne
chat.
Airport, 8 TIS
I
information.
find that Active Weather XP does a nice job with turbulence and wind effects for what that's worth.
American 674, Los Angeles clearance, clear to Fresno Airport, Lady J4 departure, caster transition as followed, climb via Civic set, maintain 5000, departure frequency 125.2, squawk 5676.
Alright, clear to Fresno, Lady J4, caster as filed, Columbia, sit to 51252, departure 5676, American 674.
American 674, be back right. Challenger 7 up, Lima descend via Eagle to a route.
John Wayne Clarence, November 15, Julie Golf, IFR, Santa Barbara.
Julie Golf, John Wayne Clarence, go to Santa Barbara Airport on departure, fly heading 210. Radar vector Seal Beach, then as filed. Maintain 2000, expect 6000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk 5226.
Okay, clear to Santa Barbara Airport, 210 on departure, radar vector Seal Beach, then is filed 2000, expect 6000 after 10, 121.8, and squawk 5226 for November 15 Julie Golf.
15 Julie Golf, departure frequency 128.1, rest of readback correct.
128.1, 15 Julie Golf. I actually wrote that down, but I misrepeated it. 52, that's why we do readbacks. Okay, let's make sure our flaps are working. Affirmative. Anything else is looking good. Beacon strobes are on, navs are on. Fuel pump will turn on when we get down there. Everything else is looking ready to go. Let's switch over to ground, which is going to be on 132.25. Let's bug ourselves. 210 on our heading.
I'm Louis Tower, November 4131 Charlie. Do I need to stay connected so that Cat 3 shows up on the website, do you know?
Altimeter, altitude 2000.
Number 4131 Charlie, yes, but it should be instant, so if you don't see it
just in
within a few seconds there, you want to let the controller know. Maybe I typoed it. Stand by, let me check.
Okay.
Charlie, it's in now.
Got it, thank you. Have a nice day.
Okay, all right. We're talking to ground, 132.25. We're bugged on the heading, we're bugged on the altimeter, our flight plan is loaded. We are Seal Beach is our next heading, which is good. Okay. We've got the right indicator on our nav. We're GPS 1, Seal Beach is going to be 295 after departure. Everything else looks ready to go. We're on our switch over to full tank, fuel pump on, switch back over. We got that ready to go. Control check, that goes up, that goes down, that goes up, that goes down. Back and forth, side to side. Wagging our tail.
674.
If you guys could give me just a report on how the audio is right now, that would be great. 132.25, then we're going to go to tower on 126.8.
36462 Las Vegas approach. Be advised, your microphone sounds like it's across the room, or you're maybe in the bathroom or the bottom of the toilet or something. It's really hollow and
not great.
Very hard to understand you. Squawk 2314 ident.
Seal Beach is 115.7. We'll put it on VOR2 just in case we lose the GPS or something. We'll be ready to go.
Southern California Logistics, Cessna 911 Lima Alpha is ready at 21.
American 674 Los Angeles ground, runway 25 right, taxi at Charlie 10 Bravo.
25 right, Charlie 10 Bravo, American 674.
Air 911 Lima Alpha, Victorville Tower, runway 21, cliff takeoff, wind calm.
Okay. Audio is great. Okay. Audio is puka. I guess that means that's good. Let's go flying.
Air 911 Lima Alpha, Victorville Tower, wind calm, runway 21, clear for takeoff.
911 Lima Alpha, clear for takeoff, 21, winds calm. Thank you very much.
Gyro ground, November 15 Julie Golf at West FBO with Kilo, ready for taxi IFR.
15 Julie Golf, Gyro ground, runway 20 right, taxi via Bravo Kilo.
Okay, 20 right via Bravo Kilo. We're going to try not to have the sim crash on us this time like yesterday, Joe.
Roger that.
Okay. All right. It was about the end of the taxi to Bravo Kilo yesterday where we exploded into a million pieces. Okay. We're rolling. Check our video quality. Looks pretty good. Let's check our views. Got the right. The left. Got the right. Make sure nobody's coming. Back front. That right view was frozen though, wasn't it? That's interesting. Let me just try to fix that on OBS real fast. Maybe we can only look out one way, but that would be a shame on this particular hop, because we're going to have nice views out that window. Let me just pull up OBS and see if I can fix that view real quick. I mean, that's a nice to have. I don't... consider it essential to look out that window. It's obviously not essential for what we're doing.
So 4556, Los Angeles Center, descend via Ironman 2 arrival.
Now it seems to be current.
No, it's American 674.
No, it's working, right?
Ready to go.
American 674, Los Angeles Tower,
Yeah.
25 right clip, take off.
Maybe I just need to keep OBS sort of
American 674.
up in the corner. Yep, if OBS isn't active, it stops working. Interesting. Not quite sure why that would be the case. Doesn't happen over here. Maybe it's because it's thinking it's the active window? That could be. I'm going to give it one more shot to fix. And we'll see if we can get it working. Hold on. Let's, instead of making a window capture, one of the things that I've found is challenging is to get the OBS to show actually the right thing that I want to show. Sometimes it shows the correct window that I want. There we go, that looks good. Now let's see if that changes when we minimize. Stream's looking pretty jaggy. Nope, that seems to be working. Okay, good. I'm gonna pause the stream. Yeah, it may be there's a lot of people on the internet at my house right now. All right. Climb and maintain 2,000 on departure. Fly heading 210. Those are our next instructions.
674, contact departure.
Departure 674.
Usual, good to see you. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce your name.
Lima contact. SoCal approach.
So I'm hopeful that we actually get up in the air on this yoke here. This is a nice version of John Wayne. My iPad is not showing traffic, and I can only think that means because I've probably got the setting incorrect in Pilot Edge. There's Juliet.
10 miles northeast of the
Be good to actually be on the center line.
Las Vegas altimeter 3005.
This is the first stream I've done in a long time because I've been working on my instrument stuff, and
barely, but you still sound like you're across the room.
I don't want to create too many bad habits. But a lot of people had been asking, and I'm happy to do it again.